Good day there. Today's title is What Jews and Gentiles Share in Common. In Romans chapter 1, Paul was dealing specifically with the sins of the Gentiles, the pagans, those who had lost their sight of God a long time ago, thus had fallen into the most degrading of practices. But he wasn't going to let his own people, his own countrymen, off the hook either, despite all the advantages they had been given. Romans chapter 3 verses 1 and 2 says they too were sinners, condemned by God's law, and in need of the saving grace of Christ. Everyone, including them, has violated God's law and is in need of divine grace for salvation. Jews and Gentiles the same. In Martin Luther's commentary to the Romans, page 61, he says, after the apostle has shown that all heathen are sinners, he now, in a special and most empathetic way, shows that also the Jews live in sin. Above all, because they obey the law only outwardly, that is, according to the letter, and not according to the Spirit. Often, it's so easy to see and point out the sins of others. How often, though, are we guilty of the same kinds of things, or even worse? The problem is that we tend to turn a blind eye on ourselves, or we make ourselves feel better by looking at just how bad others are in contrast to ourselves. Paul will have none of that. He warns his countrymen not to be quick to judge the Gentiles, for they, the Jews, even as the chosen people, were sinners. In some cases, they were even more guilty than the pagans. They were so quick to condemn because as Jews, they had been given more light than the Gentiles. Paul's point in all of this is that none of us are righteous. None of us meet the divine standard. None of us are inherently good or inherently holy, Jew or Gentile, male or female, rich or poor, God-fearing or God-rejecting. We are all condemned. And were it not for the grace of God revealed in the gospel, there would be no hope for any of us. Today, a couple questions we can answer. How often do you, even only in your own mind, condemn others for things that you yourself are guilty of? By taking heed of what Paul has written here, how can you change? Please answer these questions today in the comment section, and please continue and pray for our ministry. Thank you, and have a great day.